and welcome to Secular Sexuality, the only ACA show to ever shoot in person on the set of an adult film. I'm here with Sinn of Sinn Productions. Thank you so much for letting us be here.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating, honestly, to watch y'all work and to just get a sense of how the sausage is made, if I may.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am so curious about the scene I just saw y'all shoot. If I can, I'd love to ask you a couple questions.
Yes, please.
Great. So this was a custom clip.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that process. Like, you don't have to reveal any secrets or anything private, but I mean, how are people getting connected to you? What are they asking for? Like, what does that process look like?
Yeah, so I have my website, and when you search for my website on Google, it's one of the top, responses. So people can find me that way. They can find me through Twitter. They just know of me, and it's just like the word gets out, it grows. It starts from like nothing, and then you start doing them and making them and selling them, and then it just like grows from there. So if you go to my website, it's sin-sage.com/custom videos, and there I have this full FAQ answers the questions I get asked all the time about custom, and tells all the details. And then at the bottom I have a little form that you can fill out, and you'll put your email address and you'll say the length of time that you want your clip to be, and then there will be a box where it just says, now write with as much detail as possible what it is you want to see in your clip. And that gets sent to me, and then I review the email, I look at it, I say whether I can do it or not, how difficult it will be, what the price is going to be, and stuff like that. If I need to buy anything extra, I'll have them send me like a link from Amazon and add that into the price. And then,
do people get pretty particular about specific props or outfits or things along those lines?
Oh my gosh, of course.
I mean, when we're talking about sexuality, we're talking about porn, like specificity is a part of it.
A lot of particulars for sure. So, but it really goes from one end to the other. I mean, on one end, you're going to have someone who's just like, two girls making out, 15 minutes, thanks. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try to pull a little bit more out of you.
Right.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, there's like, 10 pages with each camera movement precisely detailed, and if you get one thing wrong, and you ruined the whole thing for them. So, but our company, like, we really pride ourselves on our attention to detail. That's the biggest response that we get back from customers, is that you did everything I asked you to do, and you did it exactly how I asked you to do it. So, thank you so much. And to me, that's just like, you asked for it and you paid for it, so I'm gonna do what you put in there. Yeah. So that happens, and then once I receive the payment, then it goes into my customs folder, and it's in the queue to be shot. So then I have to contact the other performers if there's someone else. We have to settle on a date that we can do it, and then we just shoot the thing, and then I deliver it, and then he edits it. My partner Drake edits it. He shoots it. He does the lighting, all that stuff, and then upload it to a file sharing service and send it over to the customer as an MP4 file. So that's like the basics of custom video. And so for us, like, it is really important when it comes to customs to follow the script very closely. So for example, like, I started using this iPad thing. It just makes life super easy. I put the custom in here. I can like highlight.
You have all the instructions, everything they're asking for.
Yep. And then
you said you just kind of shoot the thing. I saw y'all do a little bit of conversation around what it was going to look like. And then I was honestly really impressed by, I guess, just the blocking of it, because you told me how long the clip was going to be. I'm watching the time on my phone as y'all are going, and I'm noticing without any cues, without any cuts, like, the blocking is sort of right where it needs to be to keep the time on track.
Yeah.
Is that, I imagine there's a lot of experience that goes into that, but
yes.
How do you pull that off?
That is, it honestly, it is experience. That's the only way that I can say, because I feel like years and years ago, I used to have a little more trouble with the internal timer, if you will. And I was like, 10 minutes, oh, how do I know when it's been 10 minutes? But now I've made so many clips that are 10 minutes that like I just kind of know how long a 10-minute
Right,
clip
when that
is.
should be wrapping up, sure.
I can just kind of gauge like, okay, we've been doing this for like a minute or two, and you're thinking in your head all the elements that you have to add into what's about to happen. So as you're doing it, it's just like, okay, we've been doing this for a couple minutes. We got to get the clothes off. So I'll start taking them off you, and that kind of cues her. Now she's like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna like transition smoothly into taking her clothes off, you know? And then oftentimes I'll have Drake, like, if it's 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, he just give me a signal when it's 5, give me another one at 10, just so I kind of know where we're at.
Right.
And so for that clip we just shot, we were supposed to get a little tribbing in and a little orgasm. The customer wanted like orgasm in it too. So Drake sort of, when he was shooting Ella, he like tapped on me and went like this and let me know, okay, there's 2 more minutes left in this clip. So that was when I transitioned our bodies into getting that tribbing part done, and like I built up to an orgasm, and you know, Ella was cued by me, and so it's just kind of like this lovely little dance that you can do. And
sure.
when the chemistry is right and you've worked together a lot before, and you know, you discuss a little bit beforehand about what we're all going to end up doing and about the timing of it and stuff, and then when you have professionals, it just kind of like unfolds quite nicely. And it's no problem to cut at any time, but if you can just shoot the thing straight through,
Right,
you
sure.
save a lot of time that way.